The embeddable widget becomes available when you have completed your business configuration by running the setup wizard. When that is done, you will see at the bottom of your dashboard page, the booking widget block is now available to you. And in this video, we're going to look at embedding this widget into a page where you want your clients to be able to book appointments with you. So firstly, let's just take a look at this booking widget block at the bottom of the dashboard. To the left-hand side, you'll see a generic preview indicating what the widget would look like on the page. Not necessarily exactly, but it gives you an overview of how it would appear on your page. You will see at the top of that widget the title or the name of your business that you entered in the setup wizard when you ran it. And in my case, I created a fictitious company called Design Pros, which effectively operates as a web design consultancy. And I would like my clients to be able to book appointments with me at given times that I configured in the setup wizard. To the right-hand side of that, there are a couple of sections. Towards the top, you can see two areas where you can customize the widget. Based on your web page design, you might decide that you want a dark theme, which will simply invert the colors if your web page is using a dark theme. In my case, I'm using light, so I'm going to leave it as light. You can also modify the time format from 12 to 24 hour, depending on your preferences. Underneath that now is the actual code that needs to be pasted into the web page. So in order to understand this, I'm going to copy this for now to the clipboard, and you get confirmation that it has been copied to the clipboard. And let's go now and talk about a web page and how this operates. Here is a web page for my fictitious company Design Pros, which is providing service details. And somewhere on this page, I want the client to be able to have the facility to be able to book appointments with me. Towards the bottom of that page, I've got a block there called Book a Consultation, which would have an explanation or an overview of what we're offering and how they can do it. And to the right-hand side of that block, I've got an area on the HTML page where I want that widget to appear. So for now, I've left a placeholder there with instructions. Booking widget goes here, and underneath that, paste your widget code into this block in your HTML page. Now we need to understand a little bit of how this actually happens. So without going into a complete overview of this, let me explain a little bit about what the HTML is. HTML is the markup language which effectively generates what your page looks like. It is constructed of a series of elements and tags. So for example, if I look back at the page, I can see booking widget goes here is a heading. And if I look inside this block of code, which is where this appears in my page, I can see that I'm using an H3, booking widget goes here. Heading, or the H is for heading, and 3 is a pre-configured size. So it's a particular size that you see on the page when you look at that heading. Underneath that, I've got an HR, which is a horizontal rule, and that is the dividing line that you see on the web page there. You can see that this statement, W75, means 75% of the width of the parent container. So it doesn't go all the way, it goes 75% across that container. And underneath that is a text section which reads, paste your widget code into this block in your HTML page, which we can see on this page here. So without going into a lot of detail, the HTML code is the instructions that tells your web page what to look like. This is a comment, and in this page, I can see the comment says, paste the booking widget code here. So I want to select that entire block, which is currently showing on the page like that, and paste what I copied from my clipboard into that entire block. And if I save the page, there is my widget. I've pasted it into that particular block that I instructed the HTML code to reserve for the widget. And based on the settings that you applied inside your setup wizard, you can see the heading, Design Pros, the name of your business, the duration, 30 minutes and 60 minutes, which we set up in the configuration. And that now becomes the part of your website on that page where your clients can now book appointments with you. So it can be a little bit of a process. You've got to understand a little bit about the HTML. This is the HTML of a web page that effectively sets up how your web page is going to appear. So somewhere in your web page, you need to copy that code from your widget block on your dashboard and paste it into the HTML code. You either do this yourself if you're building your web pages locally, like I'm doing on my computer with the text editor, or you can use an online facility. There are various website building facilities online, Or maybe you've got somebody who does it for you, so you would need to be able to provide them this code to put into the page. But whichever way you do it, the HTML code must be inserted into your page somewhere for it to appear on the website as the booking widget for your clients. I hope that clarifies the process of embedding the widget into the page now. And in further videos, we're going to take a look at the booking process for the different plans. So if you look at the video guides page, you will see the booking process for the essential plan, and you can also find one for the professional plan.